I know we've got a variety of existing customers, prospects, partners. So I think we are going to obviously get into WhatsApp, but before we do that, I'm going to just take everyone through exactly what Lokuklus is about from a travel perspective, and then we'll switch to covering WhatsApp, why it's important, what we're doing in that space, and then do a demo, which is probably the main thing that you all want to see. So first of all, Lokuklus has been working within the travel sector for a couple of years now. And we are different than maybe many of the sort of ticketing systems out there, because we've essentially focused on building a travel platform, customer service platform for TMCs. So this isn't just about the inquiries, this is about surfacing, booking and profile information. So we kind of provide the whole context. What's the inquiry about? Whose it is, who's the profile, what their preferences, and the booking and trip details themselves. So that's key. The other bit is that we are an orchestration engine. And really what we mean by that is that it's not just tickets sat in a queue that the consultants work through. It's actually the distribution. And we'll go on to that shortly, which means we can obviously monitor workload, distribute work, understand urgency and monitor SLA. And one of the key things of when we sort of demo the system is the insight that you get, because this is an omni-channel platform. We're going to focus on WhatsApp today, and hopefully it'll all come to life for those that have not yet seen it. So quickly, from a sort of overview point of view, we read in inquiries. They may be emails, they may be phone calls, they may be WhatsApps, they may be notifications from the GDS, and we put them through a process of determining context. So as I say, that may be urgency, it may be what the inquiry is about. We can look up and identify who the traveller is, who the contact is it a travel manager, what are the preferences, and we can also look up whether the inquiry relates to a particular booking. So whether WhatsApp or not, and we will get onto that, the process is the same. It's an inquiry. You want to be able to meet your SLAs on all channels, so all of that context is important. And then once all that is in play, that drives who we route it through, whether that's an office, whether it's a finance request, whether it needs fulfilling by a partner. With all that context, we can essentially route the inquiries to the right people. And this is where work allocation comes in. So again, all of those three things really determine who is the best person within the team, and not just within an office, but within the broader TMC, who is the best person placed to do it and who is available now with the right skills. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an overview. But from a WhatsApp point of view, what we find when we talk to TMCs and the wider community, I mean, I think everyone probably will know that half the population of the planet use WhatsApp on a monthly basis. So, person to person, we're already reliant on WhatsApp, and it's our main communication channel personally. And what we find from a TMC perspective is, whilst WhatsApp may be in play, it's not operationally controlled. It's kind of one-to-one, or it may be a travel manager that's been given particular consultants' WhatsApp details. So it's not operationally visible. It means that you can't control the priority of those WhatsApp against all the other demands, emails, bookings, etc. It's separate from the core process, which means consultants have to switch between application A, B, booking systems, profile systems to really understand what I need to do with this WhatsApp. So the point is, it's kind of typically sitting outside of the organization, but is still used, which obviously from a scale point of view makes it difficult to scale as, pressure hits, disaster happens, and there's no visibility of it. So again, we work with, teams and TMCs that are working from shared mailboxes to move to a more operationally visible capability in the Lokuklus platform. WhatsApp, we really see no different. It's exactly the same thing, as you'll see shortly.
Yeah. Can you take us through what it means now for WhatsApp, the Lokuklus platform?
Yeah. sort of alluded to it, but it means you've got control. You've got control to a degree of your phone system, I'm sure. Email, you may be in shared mailboxes, or you may be in ticketing systems, or hopefully you're already in Lokuklus. This is just another channel that means that all of those benefits from a profile lookup and booking lookup point of view are all centralized within one system. And it also means that by identifying the who and the what, you can obviously prioritize a WhatsApp over something else, or a VIP that's engaging, that's stuck in Paris, which is going to be our use case. That's going to go to someone straight away, and they're going to be able to deal with that particular inquiry. So that, sort of is the broader Lokuklus platform and where Lokuklus fits in.
And I was going to say, what about the impact? What's that going to mean?
Yeah. So, TMCs, and again, we go to a lot of the partner events, and the personalization question is still massively important to the service that you provide, and we feel this, by operationalizing the WhatsApp communication, you are going to be able to increase that personalization. It's not a random WhatsApp sat on someone's sort of one-to-one engagement that they then have to go, okay, who's it from? What's their, do they want a window seat? Do they, are they a vegan? Whatever it may be, that personalized information over that channel is going to be front and center to the consultant as the inquiry comes in. Ultimately, all of that leads to faster resolution, because we're also able to triage and apply a level of AI that determines, what it is they're after, what is the urgency of that inquiry. Again, we'll demo that shortly. And again, with visibility, you can measure your SLAs and report back to your clients on, where those SLAs sit, which is invaluable in providing and making sure that your clients understand the value of your service.
So are we ready? Is it raring and ready to go? I think we're going to do a bit of a demo for you guys now to actually show all of this in action in the platform itself.
So please hold.
Lovely background you've got.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot prettier than the weather has this week anyway.
So are we good? Can we see my screen?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
go.
Perfect. So WhatsApp shortly, but before we do that, let's just give you a little tour of the Lokuklus platform. So in front of us, I'm logged into the system as Lucy, a consultant, and this is the dashboard that presents the workload that Lucy has access to. So we can see we've got varying things here. We've got emails, we've got airline notifications, everything is audited, so we've got a unique ID, when it was received, what's the adherence to SLA. So we understand, when any inquiry comes in, the business that came from. Therefore, they may have specific SLAs, and we map those and measure those accordingly. Company is typically office. So in this case, we've got a UK office and an Australian office. Category is the type of inquiry. So this has been derived from AI. Outcome is where it sits in our orchestration workflow engine, who it came from, and subject. And I can just hover over one of these to get a preview of what that inquiry is about. But what we do above and beyond a list of things that a consultant sees that they can click on is Resource Manager will always give the logged in agent the next highest priority piece of work. So in this case, this is an email, again, not WhatsApp yet. And we can see that we've got a sentiment score of 8, so it's okay. Some relief, but the customer essentially wants to, change arrangements, and we can, determine from the summarisation that this is they want to change the date of the travel. We've got a PNR, etc., etc. So that's an inquiry that belongs to a case, and a case has the client inbounds and the agent responses. So it gives you a full thread, and the case understands what the current position and open queries may be relating to the case. But then from an inquiry point of view, we know that this is about a particular PNR. So we've gone and looked that up, and we can go and look at the booking directly and see what that is. So we've got the context of the inquiry and the booking that it relates to, and also the in this case contact myself. I can go and look at the profile and the preferences for that given person. So hopefully that sort of covers what I alluded to before. I think, and obviously this is email, so I can make a response, etc., etc. But you're here for WhatsApp, so we'll leave that there. I'm going to send a WhatsApp. So this is basically, I'm essentially a trip to Paris. I'm in Paris. I have got delays in meetings, therefore I want to be put on the later flight. So we're going to send that in. And what's going to happen is that's going to work its way into the platform. So please hold. And the first thing you'll see that we've got is a auto response. So obviously this can provide automation over the WhatsApp channel, but you can see I've got a "Hi David, your message has been received," and it's given us a case reference, which is good. And then over on the Lokuklus platform, because WhatsApp is what we call a higher priority than emails, then WhatsApps are going to be delivered and distributed to agents over the top, essentially, of the email or the thing they may be working on. And again, we've got some history. I've cleared the history here, but you can see I can go back and have a look what's been said before. But for this particular one, we've got the message. We can see the auto act. Again, it's been summarized, so exactly the same as the email. We've determined a booking reference. We have associated that to the inquiry. So this is the trip, as you can see, from Paris and then return. And then also from a traveller point of view, just to be clear, bookings can relate to profiles. So again, I can drill into the profile to see my preferences. So exactly as I demoed earlier, but within the WhatsApp engagement. So let's say, okay, thanks, David. Let me sort now. So we'll just send a quick WhatsApp. So Lucy will go away, obviously rearrange what she needs to do in terms of moving the flight. And then I'm just going to get Lucy to essentially send a new e-ticket across. So I've gone and selected a local file after going to the booking tool, and that's going to work its way through back to myself, obviously. So that's been sent. And then shortly after that, we're going to get over on the phone the ticket of the change. So, you know, rather than emailing, rather than phoning, they're on the move. They don't want to be dealing with those mechanisms. And this allows operationally WhatsApp to be managed within the TMC. And again, with context of the profile, the booking, etc. Now, the next bit I just want to show. So the other bit that's obviously massively important is insight. So if I just load the live view. So this is the live data from the platform that we've just been on. And one of the main things that we push is the ability to measure essentially cost of service for each of your clients. So these represent clients and we can see how much time has been devoted to each of those clients. Massively important for account managers, etc. The demand by type of work, the demand by channel. So again, we can see that WhatsApp's in there. What else have we got? We can look at SLA adherence. We can look at handle times. We can drill into agent performance, if you like, how long they're spending. So in this system, we've got Mary and Lucy. So that visibility is massively important. So let me just move back to the slides, I think. Bear with. So I think just to reiterate, you know, this is about providing personal service to improve resolution, really give that insight and be able to measure SLA handle times across all of the channels. And one of the things we've not really touched on in this demo is the ability that under peak, where you may have multiple teams in multiple locations, we can actually detect that and actually have something called secondary sort of standby members that under pressure, when obviously the world is the world and things happen, the system can automatically start routing inquiries to other people. And that's important when you've got, if you've got the context, the profile and the inquiry information, then obviously that allows the system to utilize resource above and beyond who may be the primary people that serve the client. So I think that is a bit of a whistle stop tour. We did have a bit of a problem up front, so apologies for that. But shall we move on to any preemptive questions or any questions that have come in since?
Yeah, I was going to say there's been a couple of questions. There's two from Mark, so thanks, Mark. The first one, can we just have access to the WhatsApp platform and not the email one?
Yeah, I mean, what I'd suggest is we set up a follow-up and then we discuss, because it's it's always important to understand current landscape, what you're using, how's that work, and then we can discuss the option of just taking WhatsApp. I mean, the answer is yes, but obviously the benefits of a consolidated operational view is a thing that should be discussed. So more than happy, Mark, to take that offline and have a direct one-to-one where we can dig a little bit deeper.
And we've got a second question from Mark, which is, in order to have, this is a good question to be fair, in order to have a WhatsApp account from Lokuklus, do they need to have a personal Facebook account? Obviously, where that's all normally linked, isn't it?
Yeah, so you need a Meta account is the truth. Yes, you need a Meta account that then we sit over. So yes, that is entirely the case. But we'd help work through that. If you've got one already, great, that can be transferred over. If not, then we can support setting that up.
Lovely. I mean, that's it. There's only two questions. So if anyone has any other questions, obviously just ping them in now. I had a couple of questions, Dave. I hope you don't mind. Just from like conversations we've had, conversations you've been having with clients and stuff like that. Oh, I think there's a new one. Hold on. I will stop speaking. So from Sam, do we need to set up a dedicated WhatsApp number for this, or can it be an existing one? Will everything go into Lokuklus?
Yeah, okay. Sam, hope you're well. So it utilizes WhatsApp for Business. This is the sort of technical thing. So anyone utilizing this as a service would need a WhatsApp for Business account backed by Meta and a Meta account. Once that is in play, then we onboard that essentially phone number, if you like, WhatsApp account, and then we take complete control of every message in and out related to that WhatsApp for Business account. So for instance, WhatsApp for Business is you can get an app for your phone. You can only use 5 members of the operation and you're on your phone. Obviously with this, you can have unlimited WhatsApps coming in that are routed to the right people at the right time. But yeah, you need a WhatsApp for Business account is the answer. Sam, again, we can take that offline and I can cover the details.
Cool. I will do one of my questions just while we wait to see if anyone's got anything else that they want to pop in the Q&A chat. Why WhatsApp? I feel like we've covered it and this has been really comprehensive and the demo is great, but I feel like a lot of people are so used to email and phone and all those kind of things. Like what's the benefit and why would you decide to add WhatsApp now alongside everything else?
Yeah, I think convenience on the move and the fact that it's kind of part of our, it's part of what we do all the time now. And I think the other bit that we've not necessarily covered is the ability to transition channels. So for instance, WhatsApp comes into system, of course the consultant can immediately ring them. So that sort of transition or channel switch is fully there, but I think it's a level of convenience to allow someone on the move that doesn't, particularly want to, I mean, if they want to email, they can email, but I think the experience that, why is half the planet moved to rapid engagement, short messaging over a messaging app like WhatsApp? Well, it's just convenience, isn't it? And this adds to the convenience to the traveller and makes it there's less friction in getting what they need. Yeah.
I was going to say as well, it's probably not just that, it's an urgency point as well, because I guess if you're on the move, you're busy, there's something really, really urgent that you don't want to go to the bottom of an email queue, for example, which obviously travelers might think it might.
Yeah.
As you showed in your demo, it just goes straight to the top of the queue.
Yeah, indeed.
Lovely. I don't think we have any more questions, so speak now or forever hold your peace. I think if you have any more info, there is a page on the website. I think, Dave, you've got a QR code, haven't you?
Yeah, there
You
you
can
go.
scan that if you want to scan for a demo. You can speak to Dave directly, but like I say, any more info, there's information on the website, there's things you can download, and obviously Dave is always free to take your call. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dave.
I think I'd say this is, half an hour doesn't give us much time. We've kind of touched the surface really, and hopefully covered the bit that you're interested in, which is WhatsApp and the more broader capability. But yeah, please do reach out. I think we will share the video post. It will be obviously online. Post this if you want to reflect on it. But feel free to reach out directly. Details are there. Scan the QR code. More than happy to have a more in-depth discussion on where you're at, what you're looking to do more broadly from a customer service point of view, and how we can help you.
I have one more question. Hot
Okay.
off the press. Sam said, can we also reply from WhatsApp out of hours, and will it all be recorded within Lokuklus?
Yeah. So, the other bit, I've sort of focused on a personal journey or personalized journey here. Obviously, the other bit is you're out of hours, and do you need to awaken someone to deal with it or not? So the idea of triaging and automation, okay, we've got it, thanks, and allowing, okay, give us a bit more detail to then maybe route it to a human. Of course, that's all in play as well. So the simple answer is yes, Sam. But again, we can explore that offline if you wish.
Lovely. I think that's it.
Okay.
All done, and with 2 minutes spare, so everyone can go and grab a coffee.
Appreciate everyone's time.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, we've got one more post. Sorry, one more before anyone goes, if anyone's still here. Can you connect to Sabre? How far can you automate answers?
Yeah, so I guess there's two parts to that. So we from a P&R booking point of view, we partner with Agentivity. Therefore, we're getting bookings from all of the three major GDSs. But obviously, I mean, again, we barely cover it here, but our ability to integrate with online booking tools or more directly with the GDSs or the systems is kind of a skill and a capability we've had for years in other industries. So again, I would recommend reach out, let's get on a call and dig into it a little bit more. What was the second part of that question? Sorry, Soph.
How far can you automate answers? So I guess what's the level of automation in your responses?
Yeah, again, we are fairly AI savvy, so we are utilizing the capability to provide an agentic knowledge base answer capability. Again, please reach out. Let's get on a call and we can demo that specifically.
Lovely. I think that's it.
Perfect. All right. Again,
Cool.
appreciate everyone's time.
Well, yeah, for anyone that's left, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll speak to you all soon.
Cheers all. Take care.